Good morning, students. Today we will be continuing the lesson part 2, Ivan the Fool. Okay, from scene 3. Now, Ivan received magical powers from those imps, but he doesn't understand their values and totally forgot about them. One day after a bounty harvest, he hosts a dinner party in his house. All the villagers are invited. Okay, Russian peoples love music and dance, so before the meal, all of them engage themselves in music and dance. But in a corner, two women look very sad. They stay aloof from others. Okay, Ivan notices this and asks them the reason of their worry. About one of them replied that the other woman's son has gone to the city in search of work and he hasn't returned yet. This worried the poor mother. In order to cheer them up, Ivan told someone in the crowd to bring some oak leaves. Taking them in his hand, Ivan uttered a magic chant. The leaf turns into gold. Everyone around him looks in wonder and excitement. Now, especially the women, okay, watch with lot of interest. We all know that gold, diamond, and any kind of precious stones are the weaknesses of women, right? All of them push each other to have a glimpse of the gold coins. Okay, then Ivan takes a bag of gold coins and flings it in the open. Then all of them pick them up, as many as they can. Okay, then one of the women said, Ivan is not at all a fool. He is a man of wonders. Okay, the men stood aside and watched how Ivan cheered the women. One of them asked Ivan in a confidential tone, from where did he get so many gold coins? Ivan modestly replied, the gold coins remain for women, not for him. Ivan said he has some magic tricks stored for men. He tells them to bring some leaves. Three men return with leaves. Okay, Ivan chants the magic words and do their wonder. Soldiers blank dunes on their pants marches past them. Okay, one of them said these tricks was better one because soldiers will be useful for wedding parties. Okay, Ivan leaves the crowd. Okay, he goes near the soldier and utter another magic words. Immediately the soldiers, okay, the soldiers turn into leaves. Now all of them discuss the magical episode excitedly, while Simeon and Tarras are puzzled, okay, by this sight. Simon goes to Ivan and inquires about the soldiers. Okay, Ivan said if Simeon really needs soldier for wedding party, he is ready to provide some. Okay, Simon replied that soldiers are used to win a kingdom. Let me not hear, Simon remarked, it would take a man of the army to know to use them better, which means only an experienced army man will know the best use of soldiers. Now, Tarras also inquires about the gold coins. Tarras said if he had so much of gold coins, he would invest in business and make profit. The generous Ivan then told him he will give as much gold as he needs. So Ivan gave 1,000 soldiers to Simeon and 3 bags of full of gold coin to Tarras. Now month later, the greedy brothers came back again. Now Simeon needed money to take care of his soldier, and Tarras needed soldier to safeguard his money. This time, Ivan refused to help them because Simeon killed many men. Okay, and Tarras bought all the cows from the village. This forced the children to beg for milk. The greedy brothers understood it is useless to argue with Ivan the Fool, so they exchanged their soldiers and gold coins with each other to solve their problems. Then one day, something bad happened in the kingdom. Okay, the Tsar's daughter was ill and no one could cure her. So the Tsar declared that whoever will cure the princess will be awarded with the throne. Now Ivan uses his magic root to cure princess. The overjoyed Tsar gives his daughter in marriage with Ivan and made him the new Tsars. Okay, here let's see how the Ivan the Tsar deals with the problems of his kingdom. The ministry informed Ivan the Tsars, okay, that the royal treasury is empty and there is no money to pay the people, so they will stop serving. The new Tsar gives a simple solution. He says, from now onwards, everyone shall do their own work and produce their own food. Even the Tsars shall follow this new law. Okay, a courtyard seeks justice. He is being robbed by a thief. The Tsar tells him to share his money with the thief because he is in need. Another courtyard points out that if everyone worked in the field, there won't be army, okay, to defend their kingdom. The Tsars assure that there will be no war in his kingdom. The Jesters bleeds Ivan the Tsar to keep him in his palace because he doesn't know to cultivate crops. Okay. Then the Tsars agree and gives him a strange job. He has to take the hands of all the guests who come to dine in the palace. The jester must ensure that people with dirty hands will sit on the table and eat the best food. People with clean hands will sit on the floor and eat the leftovers. Ivan the Tsar explained that the dirty hands are the workers. They need to be respected. Okay, so they shall eat the best food. People with clean hands are lazy people. They haven't done any work, so they will eat the leftovers. Okay, the devil is very angry now. All the brothers are now Tsars. Even Ivan the Fool also became the Tsars. Now the devil went to Ivan the Tsar in disguise of a general. Okay, he persuaded Ivan to raise an army. The Tsar permits him to take anyone who is willing to join an army. Very pleased, okay, the general calls to the fool who are working in their field, okay, singing happily. He tells the fool to join army and promise to give them a bottle of wine and a red cap. Okay, the fool replied that they don't need army and they had a plenty of wine, and the women made varieties of gifts for them. Then the general threatened to kill them, but the fools do not fear his threat. Okay, they resumed their work singing happily. Then the devil persuaded, okay, the Tsars of Tarakan to attack Ivan's kingdom. The army took away, okay, their grains and cattle. Then the soldiers burned their houses. This time the fools pleaded not to destroy their houses. If they want, they can take everything. Okay, the soldiers were moved by their goodness. They refused to go on. Okay, so the Tsar of Tarakan had to withdraw his army. The devil had another plan. He disguised as a nobleman. He tried to introduce money in Ivan's kingdom. He appears before uh, some women and promises them to make their life, okay, better. In return, they have to work for the nobleman, for which he will give a gold coins every day. The women earn a lot of gold coins from the nobleman, but after some point of time, they found it quite useless. They had so much of gold that they made many ornaments for themselves and for their daughter. Okay, the children began to play with the gold coins, so the women refused to work for the nobleman anymore. Now, the nobleman he is a distress. He is in real distress for the past 2 days. He's hungry and he has not sleep. Okay, he has not sleep. The cook refused to work for him, and the reason to the jester advises the nobleman to seek Ivan the Tsar's help. Then the jester jacked the nobleman hands which are shamefully clean, so he has to sit on the floor and eat the leftover. The nobleman said he uses his head to work. The nobleman wants to teach the fools to use their head to work. Okay, the jester gathered the people working in the field around the nobleman. In his address, explained the fools about the benefit of working with head. It will make their work easier and they will earn more profit. Meanwhile, the jester goes to bring the Tsar's gate. The fools are all confused, so they resume their work. The tired nobleman asks him to give him some water. The fools told him to use his head to do his own work. Okay, the angry nobleman bangs his head. Okay, he faints due to hunger and thirst. All the fools gathered around him to see how this man uses his head to do his work. Ivan the Tsar gets a closer look. The nobleman transformed into a horrid devil. The Tsar tells his people that he must be the father of the three imps. Okay, the Tsar tells his people to work with their hands to keep their bodies strong and their heart happy. Okay, so dear children, this fairy tale like short story was written in the 1880s in Russia. Okay, this story is both universal and relevant even today. Okay, it stress on the needs of hard work, determination, and belief in oneself. Okay, on these notes, let us wind up with this lesson.